The Moral of the Story, by the Moral Storyteller. Today's short story, The Little Fish with a Big Heart. This is a tale about a small fish with a big heart despite feeling insignificant and small, compared to the larger fish around him. Finn discovers that he has unique strengths and qualities that allows him to make a positive impact in his community. Once upon a time, there was a small fish named Finn who lived in a big pond. Finn was always amazed by the vastness of the pond and the many other fish that lived there. Some were much larger than him, some faster, and some more colorful. At first, Finn felt small and insignificant. He thought he would never be able to stand out or make a difference in such a vast and crowded place. But as he explored the pond and interacted with the other fish, he discovered that being small could also have its advantages. Finn was nimble and quick, and he could swim in tight spaces that the larger fish couldn't reach. He also had a great sense of curiosity and a friendly personality, which made him popular among his fellow fish. He made many friends and learned a lot from them. One day, a big fish in the pond became trapped in some seaweed. None of the other fish could reach him, and he was starting to panic. Finn saw the situation and quickly swam over to the trapped fish. He used his small size to weave in and out of the seaweed, eventually freeing the big fish. The big fish was grateful and impressed by Finn's bravery and quick thinking. Word of Finn's heroism soon spread throughout the pond, and he became known as the little fish who could do big things. From that day on, Finn no longer felt small and insignificant. He knew that his size didn't matter as much as his courage, his kindness, and his willingness to help others. He continued to explore the big pond, making new friends and having adventures, always remembering that being small didn't mean he couldn't make a big difference in the world. After Finn became known as the little fish who could do big things, he continued to have many more adventures in the big pond. He and his friends explored new areas of the pond, discovering hidden caves and secret passages that the larger fish couldn't fit into. They also helped other fish in need, such as rescuing a school of young fish from a strong current, and finding a lost fish who had wandered too far from home. Finn's reputation as a brave and helpful fish continued to grow, and he became somewhat of a legend in the pond. Other fish would come to him for advice or assistance, and Finn was always happy to lend a fin. He had a natural talent for problem solving and a calm, level-headed demeanor that helped others feel at ease. One day, a group of fish from a neighboring pond visited the big pond. These fish were much larger and more aggressive than the ones in the big pond, and they started to intimidate and bully the other fish. Finn and his friends didn't like the way the newcomers were behaving, but they were unsure of how to handle the situation. Finn decided to take action. He approached the leader of the group and asked him why they were behaving so aggressively. The leader responded that they were simply trying to establish dominance over the pond and its inhabitants. Finn calmly explained that the fish in the big pond were a peaceful community and that there was no need for dominance or aggression. He suggested that the visitors try to integrate and coexist with the others, rather than trying to take over. To Finn's surprise, the leader of the visiting fish listened to his words and agreed to try a different approach. The visitors slowly began to integrate with the other fish, and over time they became valued members of the community. The big pond became an even more diverse and harmonious place, thanks to Finn's courage and diplomacy. Finn had once felt small and insignificant in the big pond, but he had proven that his size didn't matter. He had become a leader and a role model, showing that even the smallest fish can make a big difference in the world, if they have a brave heart and a kind spirit. The moral of the story: the size of one's body does not determine the size of their heart, or their ability to make a positive impact on the world. You should not feel discouraged or insignificant because of your size, but instead, focus on developing your positive qualities, and use your unique strengths to help others. It's important to always stay curious, kind, and brave, and to remember that even small actions can make a big difference in the lives of others. Listen to more audio stories or order your personal copy. Leave a comment on which title from the moral of the storybook would you like to hear the audio version. Click like, click subscribe, and receive a notification when the next audiobook is ready.